Welcome to Major League Baseball's Speedway Classic at Bristol Motor Speedway.
First Major League Baseball game ever in the state of Tennessee.
Man, how cool is this? Getting closer and closer to first pitch. The Braves and the Reds. Big League Baseball from Bristol. What a spectacle this is from Bristol Motor Speedway. The Atlanta Braves and the Cincinnati Reds to play a regular season Major League Baseball game in the middle of a racetrack. Now we welcome you inside. Hope you're enjoying what this looks like as much as we are. Minds are blown. It's a chance tonight to set an all-time regular season baseball attendance record.
That's so sick. So sick. I want to go in one of them one time. Oh.
Well, it's a buzzkill. The tarp's coming on the field right before the teams are ready to take the field.
I'm going to stay positive and say this is just a passing little shower.
We've had rain pouring for the last couple hours, but they got the tarp off. The field drained quickly. Got the diamond dry out there, and we're going to have baseball.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's play ball.
And it is, after this long wait, finally, John, the 22-year-old Chase Burns, who was the second pick of the draft just 1 year ago.
Good for him to wait out these 2 hours. Not the easiest thing to do for a starting pitcher.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him with a slider down and in. And down on strikes, Jurickson Profar.
I think it's going to be hard to see for the hitters.
Now another 2-2 comes home for Burns, and a fastball at 100 strikes him out. He puts bookend K's on a 1-2-3 first. It will not be Spencer Strider after the long delay, and said Austin Cox, who's pitched well out of the bullpen for Atlanta.
He's pitched well out of the bullpen, and I don't know how many innings he's going to be able to give the Braves, and this is going to be one of those games that you're going to have to fight the elements.
TJ Friedl back with the team just today. He was away for the birth of a baby boy.
Friedl throws it back.
I knew that was going to happen.
Way down the right field line as he swings and misses.
You could see Friedl on the prior pitch rubbing both hands on the side of his pants, and I don't think that'll be the last bat toss we see tonight.
So he'll go back, get a little more stick him on the bat.
Strike three. Strike three called to open the game for Cox.
Now Matt McLean will stand in.
Off the end of the bat right side, race to the bag in these tough conditions. Cox is not in time, and McLean uses his speed. Boy, that's not an easy play for the big fella lumbering over there. Well, here he is, main attraction in this game, Ellie De La Cruz.
Swing, and there's a bouncing ball. That is back up the middle, backhanded by Albies. Jump throw to first, pulls Olsen off the bag. Great play by Albies to get to it, and if you had any questions about the footing, that ought to be answered, because without good footing, there's no way Albies could get to that ball.
A couple of infield hits.
Now runners at first and second base, and the batter is Austin Hayes.
Rips this one through the left side and a base hit. Here comes McLean. Profar will lob it into third, and Austin Hayes has put the Reds on the board in the first inning.
Austin went diving for it out of his reach, and the wheels of Matt McLean spin around the bags and come across for the game's first run.
And the Reds have a 1-0 lead. Austin Hayes putting the Reds on top. And so instead of pulling the tarp, they're just going to go out and put drying compound down across the whole infield while it continues to rain here.
The rain's raining faster than they can carry those bags of quick dry.
All right, now they're uncovering the tarp down the right field line. And we're going to be back at another delay.
We're going to suspend tonight's game. We'll be back tomorrow, 1 o'clock.
And something we've been excited about for so long, and unfortunately Mother Nature just doesn't want to cooperate.
Welcome back to the MLB Speedway Classic here in Bristol, Tennessee. Reds and Braves just about to get it started again. It's a restart, if you will. They're about to wave the green flag after yesterday's action was suspended because of rain.
The Braves pitcher, Hurston Waldrep, was driven this morning about 260 miles from Gwinnett County, Georgia to make this start. That's about the equivalent of 500 laps around this racetrack.
Well, he inherits runners at first and second. 1 out. It's 1-0 Reds as Miguel Andujar climbs in.
The guy's taken off on the first pitch of the resumption, and De La Cruz and Hayes both stealing bases.
Perfect scenario. You know they talked about it. You know it was planned. The last thing that's going to be on the young man's mind when he starts this game is going to be out of the stretch, and the base runners. This is what Cincinnati does. This is how they make up for their lack of power, and they do it on the bases.
And you got Ellie De La Cruz to 30 stolen bases for the year. That is bounced down to third, and they've got De La Cruz hung up. Austin Riley dives after him
right there,
and tags him out. Man, oh man, packing in a bunch of action.
Outstanding play by Austin Riley. We have seen so many great defensive plays by Austin in his career, but that's about as unique a defensive play as he's ever made.
Brent Suter has had a decade in the major leagues. One of those guys that is great to have on your team on a day like this where he says, whatever you need, I'll go out and do it.
So 2 down for Michael Harris.
Harris rips a base hit into right field, continuing what he's done for most of the last month. Ozzie Albies follows him with a base hit of his own, and the Braves are at first and second.
Braves could tie it with a base hit right here. Here's Eli White, 2 down in the top of the second.
That ball's hit hard, deep to left field. It is gone. Eli White with a 3-run home run to put the Braves in front. There's your car.
Whew, I don't want to be holding that sign. Oh, man, on the car's window. But this ball was down the line. And we saw yesterday in batting practice, down the line and in right field, the ball is jumping. You've got an enclosed stadium basically on this infield of the racetrack. And down the line is going to be hard to keep the ball in play.
Deep down the left field line from Eli White. And the Braves take a 3-1 lead here in the top of the second.
And Stevenson takes low and inside for ball 4. It's a 1-out walk to the Reds catcher. Now Brian Hayes.
Broken bat flare, right center field. That's down for a base hit. Brian Hayes with a bloop single, and the Reds are at first and second with the top of the order coming up. Wild pitch. Load the bases up. Infield hit from McLean last night, and he came in to score the Reds run. McLean pops one up. And to center field for Harris. Tagging from third, Stevenson. He'll come home, and it's a sacrifice fly that makes it 3-2. Matt Olson at the plate here, down 0-2. And he better be ready. Here comes Suter. Grounded along first. Diving stop by Spencer Steer. What a play as he feeds Suter.
Wow, what a play.
You know what's amazing about Steer? Not just the ground he can cover, but how good he is giving the ball up to the pitcher. I mean, that's a backhanded feed. Like you said, he shoveled it on. Perfect feed right to Suter, right there at the bag in plenty of time. Now the Braves have a bona fide 1-out threat here in the 5th. First and third for Matt Olson.
Strikes him out. 2 gone in the 5th.
Fantastic breaking ball here against a really good low ball hitter, but he gets it below the angle of that bat for a huge strikeout.
Williams bunts it in the air right back to May, and he's out of this jam.
Braves leading 3-2 in the top of the 7th. Eli White, the only source of offense for the Braves today, up to the plate. Righty brings it. Eli smashes another one. Back to the wall. This one flies. How about some more horsepower from Eli White? It's a solo homer. Fire up the pace car. It's 4-2 Braves. Eli White rounds the sacks for the second time of the game. And right now the scoreboard should read Eli White 4, Cincinnati 2. Man, Eli's enjoying himself here in Bristol.
Saying, can we play more games in the middle of racetracks?
What a day for Eli.
Fly ball right center field. Frieda on the run. He's at the track. It's off the warning track. Profar makes the turn, heads for third. De La Cruz, throw to third, not in time, and a triple for Profar.
And just a click from being another car around the track.
They could send like a less fast car around the track, or less impressive one.
2 down. Runner stays at third base.
So it's up to Luke Williams here as we place Austin Riley in this game. Riley leaving with an injury.
Breaking ball, strike 3 called, and Barlow executes to perfection.
It's Dylan Lee for De La Cruz. Represents the tying run. 2 gone in the 7th.
Runner goes 3-2. Bottle rocket. Shallow right field. Albies going out. White coming in. That's Eli's ball. It's Eli's day. Makes the catch, and that ends the bottom of the 7th.
And it's a 2-out single for Noelvi Marte.
We got a new pitcher here on to relieve Dylan Lee after he goes an inning. Is the right-hander Tyler Kinley, one of the newest Braves. He's a 34-year-old right-hander.
Faces Spencer Steer, represents the tying run. Runner goes first pitch. Throw for Murphy, not in time. So stolen base for Marte. Taken for ball 4. Tying run aboard for the Reds. And you got a guy coming up here that could change this game with one swing. Tyler Stevenson. That's a balk.
That is a balk. He started towards third base. You can't start towards third base.
The Reds catcher takes ball 4 and the bases are loaded.
And here comes Brian Hayes with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Boy, there's no better way to endear yourself to your new teammates than to come up with a big knock, and one right here would tie the game.
It is a breaking ball, grounded left side, diving stop by Williams, throw to second in time.
What a play by Ozzie Albies as they get the force out of Tyler Stevenson. Luke Williams with a diving play to his left, somehow got rid of it. A low throw, and Ozzie kept the bag as he tumbled to the ground.
Gets to the ball, and he has to throw quickly to second. He short hops it, and then like a first baseman, that's the only way Albies could make that play.
And the Reds are denied in the bottom of the 8th inning.
The Braves closer trying to close down his old team.
The top of their order, and T.J. Friedel.
A line drive, base hit for Friedel. Once again, Cincinnati gets the tying run to the plate. And now McLean with De La Cruz on deck. Let's fly deep down the line to the right field corner. It is knocked out of there by White. And it becomes just a long single. That close to a game-tying home run.
Well, we talked about the ball traveling down the lines in this ballpark, and that was a routine fly ball, or at least it seemed like it to Eli White. And when he gets to the wall, this thing's lucky. The wall hits his glove, the ball pops out. Luckily, it didn't go up, and it stayed in the ballpark.
And just like that, they have the tying run aboard, and they've got Elly De La Cruz at the plate as the winning run.
0-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Strike 3. Fastball at 96. And he blows it by De La Cruz.
2 gone in the 9th. It'll be up to Jake Fraley, who has homered against Iglesias before. Fraley pops it up, back of third. Williams is there. The Braves hang on to win the Speedway Classic. 4-2 the final score, and it's Eli White with a 2-home run game to do it.